Hey, what's going on? This is Dalton at Dalton95 with another Transformers Studio Series video, and today we're taking a look at another Commander Class release, that being Long Haul and Hook from Studio Series. So, we got 3 of 5 of Devastator, even though one of the boxes says 1 of 6. Don't know what's going on with that, but we do have another one here saying 3 of 5. So, we'll see what Mixmaster and Scavenger says. Seems like Bone Crusher seems to be the one that has the most typos. Anyways, we got Constructicon, Hook, and Long Haul. So for Hook, I believe it's 17 steps, and Long Haul is 19 steps. Got an image there of Devastator. We got everything there. Got Hook and Long Haul in their vehicle modes. And yeah, here we go. So we got 17 steps for Hook, 19 for Long Haul. And it says Long Haul and Hook combined with other Constructicons to form Devastator. That's it. So there is that. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. And here we have Hook and Long Haul, and they look pretty much as you'd expect them to be. I mean, G1 style crane truck along with a dump truck, which due to this engineering, unfortunately cannot tilt the bed or bucket back. I mean, it's fine. It's just, it does kind of bum me out a little bit as someone who did play with a lot of construction vehicle toys as a kid, and even the original Revenge of the Fallen Long Haul had a feature to dump the bed. So I don't know, kind of bums me out a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, these guys are going to be Devastator on my shelf most of the time, if not robot mode, depending on shelf space. So there are those, as well as Hook's weapon right here, which does plug onto the little tab here, which I believe also fits the Dominator discs. So far that's 2 bots that can be attached with those. And we have Long Hauls, which out of packaging, and also with Hook out of packaging, the crane arm is put in separately. For whatever reason, Long Haul's blaster is in 2 separate pieces. You got it molded in that same kind of teal and black plastic there. They can just plug onto either side. I do hope DNA does another one of these, because I believe in the cartoon, Long Haul had 2 little missiles that would flip out of the bed here, and this is pretty close to an approximation of that. So that'd be really awesome if Toy Hex did that, or not Toy Hex, DNA. And we also get this utility trailer. I thought it was going to be another type of like dump trailer, because I know a lot of people are comparing this to, where is this? Overload from Revenge of the Fallen, but no, it is a container trailer. You can see the latches and everything for the doors to open up. So this is more for utilities. Maybe it's like a foreman or workshop, or just like mobile office. I don't know. As far as I know, it's just a utility trailer. It is, you know, Devastator's combining portions. And just split this part just a little bit, and that will kind of tab into there. Doesn't have a very big turning radius, but I mean, you can still roll it back and forth just fine. All the wheels on both of these guys are pinned, just like with Scrapper here. And since we got Scrapper, we'll go ahead and bring in him and Bone Crusher. So you can see the 4 that are currently out, at least at the time of this recording. I know some people in Canada are starting to get Mixmaster. I know, yeah, that's pretty much the only one. And then Scavenger should be coming out fairly soon too. But yeah, I've got those already on pre-order. Cannot wait to finish the set, but we'll get into these guys. Actually, first we'll keep Scrapper out. Take off his blaster here. Remove these wing portions from the trailer. And just like the G1 toy, you can take these little tabs right here. Take them both, actually. Oh, no, maybe it's just the one. So one tab there. One right there. You can have the attack payloader from the G1 toy. So that is an option you have for display. Then we'll get into the rest of the trailer when we get into these guys. So I'm going to start off with Hook, since he is the first one on the packaging. again, not a ton of details. It is very much design-wise inspired by Combiner Wars. It is not a retool. These are all completely newly molded. The only one that's remotely close to Combiner Wars is Scrapper. The rest of these guys are completely new engineering, newly molded. I don't care what one particular reviewer says. It's just factually wrong. So, with Hook here, you got, I mean, some very little paint detail. You got the silver rims, you got purple for the windows, you got purple accents here on the crane arm, and of course, molded in plastic. Purple here, purple on the inside. Of course, the blaster that sits there. So, for the crane arm, you can bring it up, rotate it. It would be nice if this would be the part rotating, but just with all the engineering they've packed into this section alone, I'm not too upset. So it is a shame, but it's one I can live with. And the crane arm can extend a little bit, which is more than I could say for the Combiner Wars release, because Combiner Wars, it was just the crane arm with a little tiny hook attached to the end of it. Like, it didn't even move back and forth. It was just a little loop. So for something that does more than Combiner Wars, I am perfectly happy with how it turned out. It also has silver headlights here, and of course the Tampograph Decepticon symbol right there on the crane boom deck. We'll get more into the paint details for robot mode when we get there. So there is Hook, and again, rolls fantastic on those pinned wheels. Let's get him out of the way and focus on long haul. Really nice molding detail here, but I do kind of get a little annoyed by that big chunk there. Again, this guy is completely new and, you know, better scaled than the Primal Wars one ever was. You got some nice silver headlights here, purple for the windows. You got molded black plastic here, Tampograph Decepticon symbol. You do have a portion of his engine painted, so you get the fan there. It looks like he's got a bug catcher, so that's interesting. You get some belts there, some wires, and other details throughout, maybe the radiator, I don't know. Of course, pinned in rims. You get some paint details here, but those are for more for robot mode. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with long haul for transformation. Go ahead and remove, well, you don't have to, but for me it just makes it a little bit easier to deal with everything else, even though this transformation is super simple. So go ahead and open up these sections here. I'll allow you to untab this whole portion here, bring that back, untab the arms here, bring them down, bring down the shoulder pads. From here, bring down the shins and the feet. We get this whole section down. It's on a double hinge. There we go. There is Hook. Go ahead and give him his crane arm and his blaster. There we go. So as far as details in robot mode, we do have some silver paint, of course, for the face, red visor. Got some purple paint here on the neck collar area. And I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, it's not near like another piece to where it's going to be super egregious if it's not the same shade. But yeah, it is obviously painted. You do got a silver outline Decepticon symbol there. And on the shoulders, you do have molded in tires. I might go in with some semi-gloss black and paint that up. Just touch it up, make it look cohesive there. Do get some black plastic here for the elbow joint. Got some kind of grayish plastic there for the thighs, silver paint for the shins, and of course gray plastic for the feet. Now I am glad, I know a lot of people, or some, at one point I did want it to where the cab was actually, you know, where it should be on the side, but I've grown more and more lately to like this look better than having the weird like extension off the side of the foot. Like this actually does look a lot better, and you still kind of get that with the shape of the leg compared to the right. So it is a nice change. As far as articulation goes, he does have a ball jointed head. Doesn't get a whole lot. It does take a little doing to rotate it back to there, but yeah, will not rotate 360, at least on my copy. Get out to there with the shoulders. Once you bring up these coverings, you do get 360 at the shoulder. You do get a 360 bicep swivel. You get double jointed elbows, getting you a little over 90. Nothing at the wrist, like most, if not all, the Constructicons so far. No waist swivel, again, like all the Constructicons so far, minus Bone Crusher's shoulder joint for Devastator. Got to make that clear. Bring out the thighs, forward and back. Get a thigh swivel. Get a little less than 90 at the knee. Not terrible. Get ankle tilt and a little bit forward due to the transformation. And that's it for Hook. His weapon, of course, is blast effect compatible. So we'll give him that for now. And of course, you can take off the crane arm and use it as a weapon. So in a way, he can have him looking like, it's better to do it on the left side, kind of give him a Cybertron Lugnut look, or even Energon Hightower from Constructicon Maximus. So if you want to do that, you can. But I choose not to because it just kind of ruins the look of Hook. So there he is. Just set him off to the side for now. All right, to move on for Bone Crusher, we'll go ahead and remove his, or not Bone Crusher, Long Haul. Wow. Thinking of Bone Crusher because I've got him right here next to me. Anyways, Long Haul. Make sure. All right, for Long Haul here, we'll go ahead and start by untabbing these fuel tanks, which will become the forearms. Just bring those down, and those will tab into that spot under the wheels. Go ahead and undo this section, fold it back. This will become his legs. Those will just click in onto the thighs. Go ahead and spread the legs and bring down the heels a little bit. Untab this section, bring it back. Bring these sections up to form the shoulders. Open up the chest and swing this whole section down until it clicks into place. Close that up. Bring this whole section back. There are two tabs here that will just kind of rest right there. Or actually just kind of fold it up like this and just kind of rest there. I think those more for combined mode. So there's that. Bring out the fists. They're on these little tabs right here. And there is Long Haul. Go ahead and give him his, whoop. Forgot he does have heel spurs. There we go. There we go. Now we have Long Haul ready to go. And yeah, I love this dude. He's big, chunky, but not like overly huge, gigantic like he was with the Combiner Wars release. Because that one claimed they were all on Voyager scale, and he was like leader and a little bit more. Because he was just huge. Like, take this, just inflate it by like, I don't know, another 60, 70% more. Or maybe 100%. And there you have Combiner Wars Long Haul. But comparison, well, I guess we'll go over everything else first. Don't know why I'm getting ahead of myself. Head is painted silver with the red visor. It is on a ball joint, although with the shape of that panel behind his head, it is a little awkward. Just like having the camera way too low. You got all black forearms. Like, most of the purple disappeared. Well, you didn't even really have much purple on him to begin with, other than what was on the cab. So, yeah. Unlike all the other Constructicons, he barely has any purple on him, except for Bone Crusher. Shoulders, 360 all the way out. You do get it kind of a bicep swivel. I mean, it is just a ball jointed elbow, so no actual bicep swivel, just the ball joint. Nothing at the wrist, nothing at the waist, though I think they could have been able to engineer it if they cut it right here, and then just with the transformation to combined mode, it wouldn't have mattered. So I don't know why they decided not to give long haul here the waist swivel, but I don't know, maybe consistency with the other Constructicons. Forward and back on the hips, all the way out at this direction. Thigh swivel, you do get just under 90 at the knee, and then if you disengage the transformation joint, you can get about 180 degrees. But this is the actual knee right here. You get ankle tilt all the way. There you go. There is long haul. We'll go ahead, and he is also blast effect compatible. You can have him firing at the Autobots on the shuttle along with the others. So there he is. There's Scrapper, his Pacquian partner Hook, and there is Bone Crusher. And for further comparison, here is 86 Prime, as well as Earth Mode Hound. So you can see they're smaller Voyagers. I mean, this is pretty much the standard for Deluxe, or was. He's a little bit closer to that, but I mean, he is released as a Deluxe. So Scrapper is still just one of the shorter members, and he does have that hint or ratchet in the torso, making him fit within that price point for Voyager, along with Devastator's rifle. So there is that. I'm not gonna argue with anyone about it. I mean, that's just how Hasbro decided to release these. It is not my decision. Do not hate on me for mentioning it, or at least please don't. Whatever. So let's go ahead and move on. Get these guys ready for the combined mode. Show off the transformation for this. Let's get these out of here. All right, so to start this whole thing off, we're going to start with Bone Crusher. Now, just hear me out, because the instructions do show all 6 Constructicons transformation instructions for Devastator. So I'm going to show what we have here. So again, split that, bring this whole section down. Now, before we put the legs together, we'll bring out this little flap here. We'll bend this ankle joint here. These will tab together, and then this will just click right into there. There we have the arm for Devastator. Just swing this forward like this. So there is that portion ready. And on to Scrapper. We'll just flip this little section here. Come on. Flip that down to here, and that will click in. Not very audible on my copy. Bring the bucket up until it clicks into place there. Take the arms, just rotate the shoulder. These will click back in. Flip out the arms here, or the hands. Bring that around. Flip out the hands. Just make sure I've got everything right here. So actually it looks like we want it to be like this, with this portion facing down. So there we go. There is Silver Devastator, but first bring this back, rotate the cab, that will tab into there. So there is the leg mode for Scrapper. He does stand a little weird like this, but that's what it says to do. So there is Scrapper and Bone Crusher. So let's go ahead and focus on Long Haul and Hook. First, we'll start with this. Take these out of there. We already got the wings off. Take this section here, take it off. Now these wings will just plug into the chest plate. Let's go ahead and get that done and out of the way. Come back here, we'll untab this section here, bring this all back. And this will just kind of fold up and collapse upon itself. and it'll just sit like that. So untab these hip skirts from the thighs, bring those down. There is no outward ratchet. It is just on a kind of a detented joint, but it is just more of a friction hinge. Now, this will be important when we get to scrapper, but we'll get there shortly. Let's bring this section up and bring that down. There we go. Fold those down. Now these sections will close up, forming a clip for long haul. So we'll go ahead and start with him since he is forming the mid-torso section. So we want these left out. Go ahead and bring up the upper torso like that. And from here, bring the legs down, disengage that transformation joint. And then these will just kind of wrap around right here. It's down. These will just tab together. Put this up. Tab that in. There we go. Bring this section down, up and around. And before we do that, we actually want this tab right here to go into this section of the forearm. So you want to rotate the forearm to where the palm is facing out. Bring that up, tab that in. I believe we fold in the hand right there. So there is that portion. Bring this up, fold the fist in. Tab that into there. And then these tabs will just plug into the side right here. So there is long haul. Just take this and clip it. It is a little tricky to do, but you just put that, let me raise the camera up so you can actually see what I'm doing. So just take this, and that will just slide. Like I said, it is a little tricky because it does want to untab from itself. There we go. Oh. So I'll start with the back and then just kind of wedge it in there. There we go. And these little tabs right, or these little squares right here, we'll just go into these two slots right here. There we go. There is Devastator's butt flap, I guess. And there is the torso section. Now with Hook, we pretty much want to take him back to crane mode. So we'll go ahead and, actually we don't want to, we'll just leave the arms bent down like that. Bring this whole section back. Make sure it's clipped down. I actually want the arms in there too, so make sure they're collapsed as they should be. There we go. Now we can go ahead and tab this all together. Here we go. Fold in the fists on both sides. Now this one we just want to go ahead and keep up like that. This one, however, we want pointed down, so the tab is facing down. Flip this clip out. Go ahead and slide this to that direction, to the right. Flip out this peg. Go ahead and take the lower legs here, fold them up for vehicle mode. Just like that. There we go. Open up this canopy here, rotate out that clip. We'll just go ahead and untab these sections here. Actually, bring up Devastator's head first, then bring these sections out. They are on double hinge on both sides. And just do that till they should just click together like that. Bring the head forward, and this whole tab into place. Rotate it, open up the skull, bring out the face. There we go. There we have Hook in Devastator mode. Let's just take this. So there are 1, 2, 3. Oh, then a slot here and here. So 5 points of contact for long haul and hook. Just want to mainly focus on this one here. Tab the forearm of hook right to that section back there. This tab on long haul's arm will plug into hook's torso, and same thing here with the bottom of hook's foot. Same with this one. So just like that, and then just tab those into there and into there. Then from here, we'll bring down this engine cover, or I guess hood or whatever. Clip the wings on to this little spot right here. There's a little indent. We'll just go right on like that. Bring this up. There's a slot there, 2 tabs here. Actually, don't want to do that quite yet because we need to bring in Bone Crusher. So this clip right here is a slider piece for this. This will just slide right into place like that. I'm gonna have to tab that back into hook while tabbing it also into the tread here for Bone Crusher. So there we go. Now we can go ahead and bring this up and tab that in like that. Take this, which is the forearms. It does have a 5mm port, so you can plug it in hands, and works as a missile pod, kind of like the Commando Wars version. So I forgot to highlight that earlier. It also gives me hope that DNA, once again, you can take this off. Please, DNA, please make some drills for these, just like the G1 toy and some fan art I've seen of Devastator with the big drills. That would be awesome. So yeah, Devastator's hand is on a 5mm port. I'll bring out this hand, rotate it up. That peg will just go right here into the hole on Bone Crusher. Just like that. And then for Scrapper, actually before we do all that, I want to split the leg here. There's a hole right there and there. At this little square peg, will just fit right into. Same thing on this side. Actually, kind of want to do it close to the same time. Actually, I think you want to start with this side and then put this one on. There we go. And that will just clip into place. Click that into place. And there we have 2/3 of Devastator. Or no. Yeah, 2/3 of Devastator ready to go. So, yeah, that's a little annoying how that comes unclipped. So you can kind of see, once I raise up the camera again, how he's going to look. As far as size goes, here he is with, Commander Optimus. Can't wait for Mixmaster at the very least so I can get him standing. You can see the head is on a swivel. It's kind of offset, so it is a little weird the way he looks. It's like he's craning its neck back. You got 360 at the shoulder, all the way out. Get a bicep swivel, a little less than 90 at the elbow. Wrist swivel, hands do open. So you can, and we'll go ahead and give him his rifle as well, so you can see how that fits in his hand. Works just fine. Now, as far as the other weapon storage goes, so we'll take Scrapper's gun and or blaster, and it'll fit right back here, in there. Bone Crushers will just go right onto Bone Crusher. Long hauls will go onto Hook's foot mode, so it'll become, I guess, like an extra toe support. But as far as Hook's blaster, it'll just go right here and plug onto the crane arm. And there is Devastator so far. So again, you also get waist swivel, get forward and back at the hips, you get 90 at the knee, thigh swivel, and a ratchet joint on scrapper. Mine is getting a little mushy. I might need to get another scrapper at some point, because it does detent and it does click. It just sounds off. So I don't know. So let's go ahead and start getting these guys taken apart and back in the vehicle mode for final thoughts. All right, so starting off, we'll go ahead and take off scrapper here. We'll just bend this section back. And it is a little tricky to get the leg apart. There we go. So we'll set scrapper off to the side. Now for Mixmaster, we'll go ahead and remove, or not Mixmaster, Bone Crusher. We'll take off the arm here, set off to the side, open up this chest plate. That will allow us to slide, open this up here, take that off and slide Bone Crusher off. For these guys, we'll just put them back as they should go for vehicle modes. So flip that back, flip that back up, get it all together, and there is Bone Crusher back in vehicle mode. Scrapper, just go ahead and bring these around, rotate that, close that back up, tab it back in, bring this whole section down like that, fold in the hands again, and tab this, rotate it back up, tab that in, tab that all in together. And there we have Scrapper back in vehicle mode. Now for the rest of Devastator, we'll go ahead and take off this chest plate. Take these hand pieces, rotate them around like that. Keep that 5mm port out. Flip out the 5mm port, rotate. Kind of gotta pop it like that, rotate it back into place. Now we'll go ahead and remove Scrapper's blaster, as well as Hooks. Go ahead and bring this down. So you can pop this off, just like that. We'll go ahead and take this off of long haul here. Untab that. This should just come right off. Go ahead and untab these from there. Put the heels in. Bring this whole assembly, just untab it from there. Bring this whole thing down. Rotate that to where this tab is facing up. So we just tab that back onto there. Actually, don't tab it on quite yet, so let's go ahead and just get that out of the way. So tab, rotate it, bring this whole thing down. You want the arm facing down like that. Bring this section up, collapse this down, and then we'll go ahead and tab these back in just like that. There we have long haul back in truck mode. Now for the upper part of Devastator for Hook, go ahead and I'll do that backwards. So open up the head, fold down the face, fold that down, rotate it, Then just untab the base from there. Bring that up. Untab that section from here. Make sure that's fully folded down. Again, there are 2 tabs here. You want to just, or not tabs, hinges. It's double hinged. Just collapse like that. Fold out the fist. Bring that up, and there's a tab right in the foot. And make sure the hand is out. Tab those right into there. Close that panel, or that peg. Make sure it's all closed up. Fold that back. Open up that. And there we have long haul and hook back in their vehicle modes. Now for the waist piece of Devastator. I'll make sure that's straight. Flip these sections down. Bring the hip skirts up. Just rotate them up until it tabs in. I did forget to mention that this is mostly molded plastic in the face of a Devastator. I forgot to go over that. Here we go. I can't believe I forgot to go over that. But it is just kind of like a gunmetal paint. Then you got silver for the forehead and red visor. Head itself is molded in black plastic. So my apologies for not going over that. I've kind of been just rushing to make sure this video doesn't go too long. Put that back on there. There we go. Okay, now back to this. Go ahead and unfold the whole thing. Just bring it up against here. Doesn't really tab into anywhere yet, but it does fill that out there. This will come down. There's no, I mean, not those tabs are for that, but bring this down. And then these will just kind of fit in there like that. Oh yeah, these tabs right here will go into these slits right here on the thighs. So got that. And it just kind of wraps around. There we go. Take the wing, chest wing, unplug it. It does have a 5mm port, so you can give it to any one of the Constructicons to use as a blaster, just like the Commander Wars release. There's 2 slots here, 2 tabs. Just take it like that. Peg that into there. That'll fill out the bottom of the trailer. Take these wing pieces. There's a tab right there. Slot. Slot and tab. Tab and slot. Just fits right there. Plug these missile pods right into the top of the trailer. And there we go. I'll just go ahead and put this back on long haul. And there we have our Commander class Constructicons back in vehicle mode as we started. Just plug that onto there. Plug that into there. So there we go. There's our 2 Constructicons. So let's go ahead and get into final thoughts. Before we get into final thoughts and before I get flamed for this, there we go. I forgot to move that section of of hook over to the left. So now it's centered, ready to go. So for long haul and hook here, I absolutely enjoy this 2-pack. Not your traditional Commander class style. I mean, this is the first time we've got 2 separate figures as part of this Commander class. The closest thing we got to that was Skylynx. I mean, you could technically count that as 2 different characters, Sky and Lynx, and they combine to form Skylynx. But as intended to be 2 completely separate characters, but part of another team, other than, you know, Motormaster and Silverbolt, I really enjoy this set. So apparently we're not going to be getting a Studio Series Commander next year. It's going to be 2 Age of the Primes Commanders, but at the time of this recording, that's not, you know, it's to be taken with a grain of salt. This is just rumor and listings. So until we get some concrete evidence within the next, I don't know, month to 6 months, no idea. At the time of this recording, we're very close to San Diego Comic-Con, so maybe we'll hear something around that time. A couple of my friends are going to be doing predictions on that, or we did predictions on that. Sorry, correction. So, at the time of this recording, it is just a couple days before that stream, so no idea what's been revealed or what we've gone over as far as predictions, but the next stream we will do is going to be over those predictions. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said about these guys, absolutely love it. I cannot wait to complete Devastator. So far, I think Long Haul is my favorite of the Constructicons I have in hand. That may change when I get Mixmaster, but I'm going to wait till I get both him and Scavenger in, and then do a full Devastator review. I'll do the individual bots, and then I'll do a full Devastator review, or maybe I'll just throw it. I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out when the time comes, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoy this set. Let me know what you think. Are the Constructicons, are you getting them? Are you skipping on them? Are you preferring the, was it Jinbao KO or whatever it is? I honestly don't remember the name of the KO of the Commando Wars. Or are you sticking with the Commando Wars? Like, I know some people would rather stick with that with Commando Wars lately than Studio Series or Age of the Primes. But that's besides the point. I really enjoy this set. It's a nice upgrade to Commando Wars. It's in the newer scale. It fits better, I think. And, of course, Long Haul isn't like 3 times bigger than he needs to be. He is, yes, he's bigger than the others, but he's not gigantic. Like, he's swole. He's, I mean, he's got to be. He's the one carrying around everything to help create Devastator. So, that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed it again. I'll stop rambling. Hope you guys... I'm going to stop saying that. I don't know why I said that like 5 times already. Check out the links down below. Playlists for Studio Series and Age of the Primes down there as well. Be sure to check out my socials, and be sure to check out the bi-weekly stream, Axelon News. This past stream we had... Well, I'm not going to say for sure, because time could change between the time of this recording and the time of the stream. But go check out the stream. We stream Saturday mornings around 12 Central Time, 12:30 Central Time. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed, see you next time. So long. Take care.